War is not only a battle between soldiers and machines, but also a competition of economies, and bright minds of engineers during World War II were always eager to the ideas of modularity and application of combat vehicles for various tasks. So Soviet engineers, when creating one of the best wartime-built light bombers, the Tu-2, anticipated the potential of the multi-purpose high-speed twin-engine fighter aircraft on the very development stage, although this particular potential was required at the very end of the war. In May 1944, the Tupolev Design Bureau was instructed with the construction of a high-speed day bomber, on the basis of which it was already planned to create a night fighter interceptor. Moreover, in tactical terms, it had to correspond to the British Mosquito, but have defensive weapons. By 1946, the development was still ongoing. The prototype received the official designation Tu-1, but its practical tests began only in March 1947. The aircraft turned out to be truly multi-purpose and all-weather, retaining all the capabilities of the bomb and torpedo load of its progenitor, while receiving an enhanced installed weapons and radar to intercept enemy bombers. But too late. By the year 1947, it had already become clear that the speed characteristics were no longer so impressive, and the future of interceptors was in the development of jet aircraft. In War Thunder, we traditionally give chance to such designs, so let us meet you with a Soviet Premium Tu-1. The plane does not have any analogs from the research tree and can be described as T-SMA on steroids. You have at your disposal two 23mm NS-23 cannons with 260 rounds ammo and two 45mm NS-45 cannons with 100 rounds ammo. Together they give out 12.5 kilograms of a 1-second salvo, and this is the second score among the fourth-rank aviation, after only the Henkel Tu-19A7 with her 14.5 kilogram per second. As for the caliber, here the Tu-1 is the undisputed leader, wielding devastating twin 45mm cannons. In addition to good guns, there is up to 3 tons of bomb load, with a possibility of carrying 3 one-ton bombs at once. Flight characteristics. The Tu-1 is powered by 2 Klimov M43V engines, 1,600 horses each, giving out a good 687 km per hour maximum speed. The climb is also decent, up to 11.5 meters per second, and the turn time is 29 seconds. With bombs, of course, everything is a little worse, but for the main task of the aircraft, this is quite enough. Vitality. In the nose, there is a 53mm thick observation glass and a 10mm steel plate. The cockpit front and rear is also covered with armored glass, and the pilot's back is covered with a 12mm armor plate. In the tail section, 2 more 12mm steel sheets and 6mm armor floor are installed to protect the gunners. This is quite enough for the safety of the crew, but the rest of the components are not protected, so the engines are most often knocked out. As for the gunners, they cover the rear hemisphere above and below the tail, leaving other directions to rest only on your experience. Application: an attack aircraft, an interceptor of slow targets. Your main task is to wipe off the ground threats. For this you have 3 sets of bombs: 250, 500 and 1000 kilograms. And of course you already want to go for the heaviest ones. A good choice, but 1-ton bombs are so powerful that they can even destroy you. Therefore, here are some safe ways. First, if you put bombs on the assault fuse, attack the target at an angle of 45 degrees and drop at an altitude of 450–500 meters, so that when you exit the dive, you are guaranteed not to fall below 300 meters, where fragments can reach you. Yes, their accuracy will not be the best, but it is not particularly required. Second, you can set the fuse delay for 1 second. Then a safe discharge can can be carried out at an altitude of up to 300 meters, while the angle of attack should be more shallow, so that when exiting the dive, it does not fall below 200 meters. And third, if you like to drop bombs on low-level flight, then set a delay of at least 1.5 seconds. These are the difficulties. Cannon armament pleases most of all at long distances. 45mm guns penetrate 36mm of armor from a kilometer distance, but keep in mind that the Tu-1 is a large target and annoying SPAGs will interfere with you all the time. Eliminate them first where possible. In addition to the ground attacks, you can play the role of a heavy interceptor fighter, but it is better to do this in arcade mode, when there is no need to save ammunition for such powerful weapons. Here the aircraft opens in a completely different way. Of course, you don't go dogfights, but hunting down attack aircraft and bombers is a true pleasure. In addition, you can safely get into head-to-head attacks on any enemy in general. Nothing can survive a good burst when it reaches the enemy. The Tu-1 is not an easy aircraft to master, but she's truly capable of wreaking havoc to the ground targets. And if you don't want to bother with bombing, then just go to the arcade and destroy everything that your sight can aim. For more information about the Tu-1, see the War Thunder Wiki. See ya!